No.
What's up, guys? Welcome back!
No.
For today's tutorial,
Let's talk about charging by rubbing.
No.
We are here at the University of Mindanao,
to show to you the main concept of charging by rubbing.
so let's go!
So guys, we're at one of the faculty of the university. We will be asking Professor Edward Torta what is charging and rubbing all about.
Hello guys, I'm Edward Torta, one of the best teacher in the University of Mindanao. And this is my assistant, Christian Bautista, one of the best student in university.
Good afternoon, Sir Tarta. We are here to ask you what is charging by rubbing all about.
So sir, what is charging by rubbing all about?
Charging by rubbing? Hey, this is the answer.
No, this is the answer.
No, that's wrong.
No, this is the real answer.
I'm done with this. You wanna fight?
Oh, what did you say, huh?
Huh, this is the real answer. Okay. Charging by rubbing were to remove or transfer the electrons from one material and put them in another. Because of rubbing, the one material have electrons.
Thank you for sharing your knowledge, sir.
So for today's episode, we ask Professor Edward Torta what is charging and rubbing all about. So guys, let's do it.
Yes, let's try it.
So let's go.
Let's go!
In our experiment, we need small pieces of paper, a silk, rod, comb, balloon, and towel. If a body, after being rubbed, attracts other bodies, then it is said to be charged with electricity by friction. The following points will help you to understand the electrification by friction. So, let's try our first experiment. When a rod is rubbed with silk, some electrons from the rod get transferred from the rod to the silk. So, the rod becomes positively charged and the silk becomes negatively charged. The rod was nothing at all, or the pieces of paper will not attach, but when we rub the rod into the silk, pieces of paper will attach to the glass rod due to the charging by rubbing and transferring the electron from one material to another.
Oh my god, it works!
So, here's another experiment. The balloon has no charge. As you can see, pieces of paper will not attach to the balloon. But, when the balloon was rubbed into the hair, rubbed so many times, then the pieces of paper will attach due to the transfer of electron. Same as we done earlier.
Oh my god, it works!
Another experiment. The comb. When you put the comb into the pieces of paper, there will be no charges at all, or the paper will not attach to the comb. But when we put the comb into the hair, rub it, or comb the head, the result, when you put the comb to the paper will attach due to the transfer of electrons from the hair to the comb. Same as we done earlier.
Oh my god, it works!
And the last, similar to silk, When a rod is rubbed into the towel, electrons are transferred from the towel to the rod, making the rod negatively charged and the towel positively charged. When a body is positively charged, it means that some electrons have left the body. And when a body is negatively charged, it means that it has more electrons than protons.
In this part, we are here to explain why the other material, or in our experiment, the paper attracts to the material that was rubbed. Electrons are held more firmly in plastic than in hair. That means that when you comb your hair, electrons pass in the hair to the comb. As a result, hair becomes positively charged and the comb becomes negatively charged. In other words, it can pick up little pieces of paper. If the plastic comb is rubbed into a silk, it will become positively charged and the silk has a higher affinity for electrons.
Keeping in the mind the structure of the atom, we can easily explain charging by rubbing. When glass rod is rubbed with silk, some of the electrons from the atoms on glass are transferred to silk. Because there is a deficiency of electrons in the glass, it becomes positively charged.
On the other hand, as the silk has acquired additional electrons, it becomes negatively charged. Similarly, when an ebonite rod is rubbed against fur, some electrons are transferred from fur to the ebonite rod. Thus, the ebonite acquires a negative charge and the fur acquires an equal amount of positive charge.
You should note that charging by rubbing does not create charges. Rubbing simply causes transfer of electrons from one material to the other. When a positive charge is produced on one material, an equal amount of negative charge is produced on the other. The net charge on the two is again zero. In fact, we do not produce any charge, but we separate the two kinds of charges when we rub a rod. Well, that's how it is. How the charging by rubbing works.
We all know the concept of charging by rubbing all about. So,
That's all for today! See you next time! Bye!
If you want more videos, click here to subscribe and hit that bell button to get notified. Bye-bye!
Thank you for
Charging by rubbing where two electrons Charging by rubbing Hello guys, I'm
We're here to explain why the other materials in our experiment becomes positively charged and the comb becomes negatively charged. In other words, it can pick up.
Well, that's how it is. How the
As the silk has acquired additional electrons from the atoms on glass are transferred to silk because there is
Duko laki. Sit naman na. Smile gawai. Gas ni mo dah. Okay, video.
No.